It was another day for everyone's favorite hacker, the hacker known as 4chan. You see, 4chan loves memes. He loves spreading memes. He loves posting memes. But most of all, he enjoys trolling the normies, using the power of Keck and repeating numbers. Introducing Operation Sponsored By. Hacker 4chan is trolling BLM by nuking social media with spicy memes, exposing corporations that have given money to groups who have been out rioting, looting, and causing mayhem. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Obvious, and today, on the internet, we're here with everyone's favorite hacker, the hero, known as 4chan. Now, 4chan is known for doing these meme operations in which they will engage in 4D chess to achieve true hilarity. This time, they're doing Operation Sponsored By. Here you can see Anon, who says, I have an idea for meme magic operation. Take violent and disturbing clips from the riots and insert the brands of people sponsoring BLM. In other words, expose the companies that are giving money to organizations that have been out there burning things down and blocking cars on the street. And continues, or put a voiceover thanking the sponsors. Quote, we would like to thank Nike for sponsoring us with $40 million over 4 years. Video shows arson and looting and beating people up. People must learn to associate the outcomes with the brands and the companies that pay them. This is an ingenious idea and a perfect example of 4D chess. Now, the beauty of this operation is that I don't have to worry about explaining it to you in every single detail. Why? Because the beauty of this is 4chan is just stating facts. The memes aren't fake. The memes aren't exaggerating. It's simply telling people what companies have sponsored violent, dangerous groups like BLM and these left-wing activists as very dangerous through the use of memes. They're just showing them what they've done. Now, if you're wondering exactly where you can find a list of companies that have given money to Black Lives Matter, look no further than the Daily Signal. These 18 corporations gave money to radical Black Lives Matter groups. So it says, some of America's largest corporations have pledged or donated hundreds of thousands of dollars to Black Lives Matter organizations. Now keep in mind, this is an organization which openly called itself Marxist, Socialist, and here to destroy the system. Founded by, quote, trained Marxists that calls for replacing the nuclear family. Prominent brands giving money include Amazon, Microsoft, Nabisco, Gatorade, Airbnb, The Atlantic, and Warner Record. Now I imagine one of the memes for Operation Sponsored By might look a little something like this.
What would shopping look like if you could walk into a store, grab what you want, and just go? Welcome to Amazon Go. No lines, no checkouts, no registers. It's really that simple. Take whatever you like. We call it Just Walk Out technology.
So let's take a look at some of the details behind this operation and what it's hoping to achieve. You see, the whole purpose is to red pill the normies, aka people who don't realize what's actually going on out there. The mainstream media keeps defending these violent riots and violent protesters as peaceful, looting of peace. But we all know the truth, and if you don't know the truth, maybe you can see one of these memes and realize that companies are supporting, like major corporations are supporting violent, radical left-wing activists who are out there breaking the law, committing crimes, stealing things, dragging people out of their car and hurting them. These are not something that a peaceful protest does. And make no mistake, BLM is not peaceful. So Anon replies to this by saying, honestly a good idea, have a bump. But bear in mind that poll is a bunch of lazy circle jerkers. You'll have to make memes of it yourself to get your idea off the ground. Then others will hop on the bandwagon. So they're calling on you, meme warriors, to make these memes. And they don't have to be videos, they don't have to be voiceovers, you can simply do images. For example, Anon posted the following meme under the Kekistani flag. You can see a picture of Black Lives Matter burning books. Bibles. The Bible.
The guy in here, man. And the guy in here. The Bible. This is the Bible. Question the words of the mighty Jimmy!
So, and then they say that, Walmart sponsored this group by donating $100 million. Now, these memes are likely to be effective on places like Facebook and Twitter, especially if you can find conservative and older groups, because they're more likely to be more conscious of what companies are doing what and what companies are giving money to these groups. And it asks, anyone got a complete list of all the household companies donating to BLM and other Marxist groups? Now, there are some lists, although they can be kind of hard to find. Annan does post some links. For example, NBC has a list of BLM donators. It includes Airbnb, Apple, Away, Coca-Cola, Facebook, Glossier, Nike, Uber, Warby Parker, YouTube. Oh my gosh. The irony. So as you can see, there's a lot of different groups that have given money to these Marxists. Here you can see Annan posts the following screenshot. Andy No exposing BLM and Antifa. He says, quote, "We're going to burn your house down. We know where you live," as hashtag Antifa have taken to Portland residential areas to riot. They've also assaulted and intimidated residents there. Tonight, they threatened those who looked out the window. Hashtag Portland riots. And it has the following video. Now, I can confirm that these are the same people who have been rioting and rampaging all over the United States, and you've probably heard of it yourself. Now, what the infamous hacker known as 4chan is trying to accomplish, it's not simply to influence left-wingers, because left-wingers will never be influenced. However, this is to target the sane, rational people who are horrified over the things the media is saying, over the violent protests, and over the chaos. Heck, we're now living in an era where food trucks and truckers are refusing to deliver supplies to cities who have defunded the police because it is not safe from the looters. Now, Annan has posted this brilliant meme that perfectly describes the Black Lives Matter movement. You can see a person here saying, "We are going to blow up the system," and this person represents Black Lives Matter. And then it shows all of the people and all of the companies who are on their side. Now, I want you to think about this, folks. How can it possibly be that radical left-wing groups like Black Lives Matter and Antifa are anti-establishment when literally all of the majors, literally when the establishment supports them? CNN, Twitter, Netflix, Adidas, Zoom, Star Wars, Call of Duty, Sesame Street, literally everyone is on their side. They encourage the riots, they encourage the mayhem. The truth is, this isn't about justice, it's not about minorities, it's about power, it's about revolution, it's about destroying the America you know. In fact, radical left-wing activists are already talking about taking siege to the American White House for 50 days. Here you can see, Adbuster says, "On September 17th, 2020, we will lay siege to the White House for exactly 50 days. We need your wisdom and expertise to pull off a radically democratic." They mean totalitarian, a dictatorship. Tone shift in our politics. Are you ready for hashtag revolution? Yeah, and they're basically calling to occupy the White House. I don't know about you folks, but this seems like terror. And if becoming a meme warrior helps to defeat these crazy lunatics, I'm all for it. Now here's a really good example of a good meme for this format. Here you can see, it shows a burning building, and this is America. This is an American city. It looks like a war zone, but this is exactly what these left-wing groups have been doing. So this says, sponsored by Coca-Cola. Simple, it's sweet, and it's to the point. If you do post it though, you may want to explain exactly what you mean, as in, major companies are giving money to Black Lives Matter and left-wing organizations like Antifa who are going out and burning down buildings. Did you know that they were doing this? Or something like that. This is another really good example of a good meme. And it says, I think it's effective to use their own advertising, as it would be easier for people to associate it with the actual company. Now, here you can see the following meme. It's a pawn shop on fire, burned down by BLM and Antifa. Here it says, "I'm loving it. McDonald's. Fast food giant McDonald's is committing $1 million to the BLM movement, according to Business Insider." This, my friends, is a spicy, spicy meme. I give this meme a 10 out of 10. Dank. Very dank meme. This is a powerful meme. It shows burning cities and trash and the results of a deadly riot. And you can see that Democrats, change that matters. Now this perfectly sums up the Democratic movement, and I believe is very accurate. See, memes work, people. They're simple, they're understandable. People understand what this means. When they look at this man looting and stealing Nike shoes, and, you see the Democratic Party, you kind of get the message. This has the potential to be one of hacker 4chan's best operations yet. I'm sure the normies will have no choice but to start waking up. But that's merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know what you think about hacker 4chan in the comment section. As always, if you like the work I do and want to support the channel, join me on Patreon or Subscribestar for as low as $1. Joining will give you access to a private Discord server. If you want to donate, there's Donorbox and crypto. All links and addresses are down below. And why not visit my merch store? I still have the Deus Vult Night Classic t-shirt. One interesting thing about this shirt is, I originally wanted to go with Teespring, but Teespring said my meme was too dank for them. So here it is, available on Redbubble. Get yours in the link down below. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, and I'll see you all next time.